Joshes and their claim to fame. Two crazy dudes with identical names. Two Joshes having some fun. Two Joshes are better than one. Two Joshes just joshing around. Two crazy dudes in a wonderful town. Two Joshes having some fun. Two Joshes are better than one. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Two Joshes having some fun. 'Cause two Joshes are better than one.
And we're here today, all the Summerfest rounds, to celebrate the 55th anniversary of the iconic Milwaukee Festival. It's where people for generations have come to hear live music every summer here on the banks of the beautiful Lake Michigan. We've got a lot to explore today with some special guests to share some news. And so I think it's about time to go get a Sassy Sampler Platter.
I'm so ready for a Sassy Sampler Platter. I love Summerfest. This is going to be awesome. It's one of the best things about summers in Milwaukee. And now it goes a whole month. You can hit weekends all throughout the month. It's great.
It's fantastic. Grab yourself a cold Miller Lite, maybe a Johnsonville Broad, and come to the stages with us. All right, we are here on the main, just in front of the main amphitheater here at Summerfest grounds. We are joined by Jerrod Woods and Scott Ziel from the Summerfest staff, and we're so excited today to bring to you some really fun preview conversation about Summerfest 2023, the 55th anniversary here. 55. Josh, can you believe it?
I can. I've been at a few of them. I haven't been at 55 of them.
Is there all kinds of crazy rhymes you guys have for the 55th year? Like, we're alive in 55.
We'll put it this way. The amount of times I hear 55 on a daily basis is astronomical. I can't count. I honestly can't.
Sammy Hagar doesn't stop calling.
Yes!
I mean, he wants in. He wants in, and we're like, dude, just come on.
That would have been an epic performance. We've got to figure out a still way to get him to perform this year.
Never know. That's the guy. That's the guy to do it.
So we're here to talk a little bit about what is going on this year, right? And with the 55th anniversary, there's a lot to celebrate, a lot to look forward to. Let's start, because there's so many facets of Summerfest, right? Before we get into it too much, for those who've never maybe been to Summerfest before, those who've been here all 55 years, we've got the music, we've got the food, we've got the rides, we've got the merchandise, just the views of the lake, right? Just so many great things to take in and experience during Summerfest. But the thing that we really want to start with is the music. It's the whole reason why we're here, right?
So why it exists.
It's why it exists. So what's the act this year? What's the thing people are looking the most forward to?
Well, I think just in general, if you're talking to someone who either has or hasn't been to the festival, we have music for everyone, right? So you're going to come to the festival and you're going to see a hard rock band on one stage, an EDM artist playing on another, a country act, a hip hop act. You're going to walk around and you're going to sample so much diversity in styles of music that it's really cool. And you're going to see things 100%. Or hear things you've never heard before. You're going to find out that, wow, I actually like reggae music, or I like this. So we're excited about those offerings, as we always are.
Yeah, I mean, kind of to Scott's point, I mean, you can just look at like the first Saturday of the festival, and in one night you can go see Santa Fe Clan, who is this amazing Hispanic rapper who is doing arena tours all over the country, to Noah Khan, who is just blowing up left and right, who is going to be performing on one of our stages, and then NLE Choppa, who's a rap artist, Elvis Costello that night, and then James Taylor in the amphitheater. So there's literally something for everyone every single day, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's so cool that learning of new music, or maybe seeing somebody who maybe in the past you had thought, wow, maybe I won't buy a ticket for this performance, or you just happen to fall onto them. For instance, I brought my children to Bare Naked Ladies during last year's festival, and then we all wound up dancing to Steve Aoki. I never would have taken my children to Steve Aoki normally, but I was like, but the power of Summerfest compelled us, and it was midnight. We're dancing to Steve Aoki, just drawn to it. So But that's an awesome core memory for my children, for myself, right? And that's what Summerfest is all about. It's building those memories for generations now. What's the band this year that you think is really going to wow people and make that core memory?
I think there's just some really unique offerings this year. People that kind of like to Scott's point that are like nuggets that you may have not even seen in the lineup. So Haley Witters is someone who's performing on the last day at US Cellular. And she was named the Best Americana Album last year by Rolling Stone. She's an incredible artist, so definitely recommend checking out her. People like Buddy Guy, who this is his last tour ever.
Wow, yeah.
So an opportunity to see him perform in Milwaukee for maybe the last time. And then, people like Yellow Card, who haven't been on tour forever, but they're going to be playing Ocean Avenue album front to back, which is super cool.
So excited for that.
A lot of
I saw them the last time they were here, 15 years ago.
We're going to find you.
Yeah. So there's just like tons of unique offerings that people may have not even realized, and Scott can even talk more.
Yeah, Scott, one of your main roles here is helping to book the bands, right? Like
what we do,
setting that lineup. So is there somebody you're particularly excited for?
Again, just jumping around musically, there's a hard rock group that hasn't played in 10 years called Flyleaf that got back together. They're going to play 4 or 5 shows this summer. We're fortunate enough to have them at the festival, and even jumping around with the big stage here. I mean, we were lucky enough that Imagine Dragons and AJR were kind of, toying with the idea of doing some shows this summer. We were able to be the first ones to book them and put them on sale. Really excited about that. Kind of a carryover from last year. We booked this guy, Zach Bryan, not to be confused with Zach Brown Band, of course, but Zach Bryan, who writes these amazing kind of country, alt-country roots music. He's become a big star. He played the Miller stage for us last year, and we rolled the dice and booked him for the amphitheater, and it's basically just about sold out as well.
That's awesome.
Kind of like, all over the place in terms of things that I'm excited about.
I'm super excited for Ava Brothers, Fits in the Tantrums. What do you got?
There are a ton, but I think one of the biggest things we need to focus on here too is if you haven't been to Summerfest in a couple of years, you might think, okay, I got to take 11 days off which was great when I was in college and high school, and you could do that and you could go every day. Now that I'm not in school anymore, it's nice that it's on the weekends and you can plan. But that was one of, if not the biggest change that happened to Summerfest in a long, long time.
Right. I mean, we've gotten really, really super strong feedback since 2 years ago, changing it to the 3-weekend format. So Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays only makes sense. That's when people generally go out. And one of the things that we did when we changed it to the 3 weekends is that we started booking lots more national acts. We call them daytime headliners at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So you can come down and basically start your day early. Where if there's a country artist headlining, we'll have a country headline or national act in the afternoon. So we kind of create these theme days where it's almost like paying to go see a show someplace else where there's 3 or 4 acts and they're all kind of put together. So I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, I mean, and to Scott's point, like last year, we obviously took a lot of time to hear from the fans and what they wanted to say about it. And, 80% of the people that we surveyed said that Fridays and Saturdays were their preferred days of the festival. So, that's something that we felt obviously strongly about, and so do the fans. And to Scott's point, tons of very cool curated days. Like you can go, for instance, like one of the last days of the festival, you can go War on Drugs or headlining. But before that, if you're into alt indie, you can go see Jenny Lewis, Cautious Clay, and Horse Girl, who are all performing. There's a ton of unique lineups like that previously we weren't really able to do or haven't done in the past. So definitely, again, recommend going to the website, checking out the lineup, sifting through it, because there's a lot of cool stuff to do.
Yeah, fantastic app as well to check out all the different things.
Thank you for that.
Yes,
I forgot to plug the app.
But and one of the secrets to Summerfest too, is being that is extremely affordable, which a lot of people who have not come before probably don't realize, because you hear music festival and automatically your brain starts going towards those high ticket prices for other festivals throughout the country. But Summerfest Summerfest. You guys have done a great job of keeping it family friendly, family affordable all these years. What's some of the secret ways that you can come in and experience it for a relatively, modest price?
Yeah, I mean, kind of to your point, like this year we have 14 different ways that you can get in via free or discounted admission, which is awesome. So we just announced our admission promotions for the year in the past week. So again, go to summerfest.com. You can check them all out. But, there's different ways where you can come in and donate books. You can donate hygiene supplies. One of our new sponsors is here, Fritos. On July 6th, they're doing Free with Fritos Friday. So from noon to 6, you can come in to the festival for free. We've got Senior Fest Day, Children's Fest Day. So again, tons of different opportunities. In 2022, 23% of our fans entered via free or discounted admission. So
Incredible.
It's
That's
definitely,
amazing.
It really is.
it's at the core of our mission. It's who we really are. So, we want to get back to the community and provide them with the opportunity to come and enjoy the festival. Because in the end, it's, it's for everyone. We want to celebrate with everyone. So.
Well, and when you get in for those discounted rates or that free admission, that gets you to all the stages but this main stage, correct? So you can see all kinds of stuff for that same price. And then when you have that savings, then you can just reinsert it back into the community through all the amazing vendors, right? Major Goolsby, Pizza Man, all the Saz's sampler platter.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to go more than 3 sampler platters this year. Okay, in the past,
It's over.
in the past, it's been,
It's actually on the betting apps this year.
it's a
Josh
tradition.
Albrecht
It's a
over on
tradition unlike any other.
Your picture at the window goes, after 3, cut
Yes,
them off.
cut 'em off.
One of the other big things is the amphitheater where we are right now, and there were a lot of renovations made here to where if people were coming into town, they hadn't been here to see a show, maybe someone is coming this year that they went, we need to go see them. There's some changes here. Can you tell us about those?
Absolutely. So we were fortunate enough to do it was a 2-phased overhaul of the amphitheater. The first year, and we sat in February, and we watched these guys who work on oil wells and in the Gulf raise the roof from 45 feet to 65 feet. It was 5 inches every 15 minutes or something like that. So in raising the roof, basically we can fit any show that would play, a football field or a ballpark, the biggest productions out there. So that was huge.
That's amazing.
For us. And we tore all the backstage stuff out and rebuilt all new dressing rooms, all new production, catering, all the things that the bands want in terms of new modern amenities. So we'll continue to be able to, attract some of the biggest names. I mean, obviously, everyone from Prince to the Rolling Stones to Paul McCartney have played here.
Yes.
So bringing those big names. So that was 1 year, and then the second year was all the patron-leaning or forward-facing amenities. So new seating, new restaurants, bars, more bathrooms.
More bathrooms.
Yeah, I know that's
priceless.
always.
Key to everyone's success.
So it just really has changed. The amphitheater was originally built in 1987, so it was time, and it has reestablished our reputation nationally with all the music agents and all the managers about what an amazing place to perform, and it's really paid off.
Yeah, I mean, you can't beat it with the lake right in the background, like right along Lake Michigan, and
iconic.
sitting the skyline, like it's beautiful.
I mean, the fact the grounds are located, basically in downtown Milwaukee. It's within walking distance of so many hotels, other attractions. You're right on the lake. It's a beautiful setting, and to top off the beautiful setting, the grounds are kept so well. The upkeep is amazing. The cleanliness, it's just beautiful.
Yeah, we have truthfully an incredible team. Like, shout out to our operations team and everyone else who works on the grounds, because starting January, February, they are getting the grounds to the pristine level that you see come the festival season. It's not only Summerfest too, it's all the ethnic and cultural festivals, everyone else that is on our grounds. So, they do a lot throughout the season, and it takes a lot to get it ready. So, that's the best part about it though, is we do it so then people can come and enjoy it.
So speaking about, we talked about some of the new things that were here, and obviously, there are a lot of things within Summerfest that people can enjoy. What are the new items, some new standout things, either stages or food or there's always something new. What's new for 2023?
There's definitely new food. We will be revealing that probably in the next couple weeks, some of the new vendors that we have. Johnsonville, who's one of our new stage sponsors this year, said there's going to be a ton of really cool activations on their stage this year. And then something that we haven't done either previously is we are having a new stage called the Soundwave stage. So that is going to be located near the Midgate, where it is going to basically have curated dance nights done by local and some national DJs as well. They're going to be dance nights featuring, a look back at women in music. It's going to be a reggaeton night. It's going to be a night around hip hop, EDM. So it's definitely a new offering for us, but something that, we announced a couple weeks ago, and it's been very strongly received by the public. So we're super excited about it. It's going to have upgraded light and sound equipment as well, with some big LED screens. So it should be something that's super cool and very unique to something that we haven't really done in the past.
Yeah, it's also awesome how the grounds are set up to be able to have multiple things happening at once. The engineering, the sound acoustics, nothing overlaps. You can be at one stage dancing to your heart's content, and the next stage could be a chill folk-inspired artist, and you have no idea the two are going on at the same time. And that was pretty intentional, right? In the design and execution, it's a nice feature.
Yeah, we're very fortunate. Having a permanent site, I don't think people realize, just the creature comforts of permanent bathrooms, restaurants, the stages, and how over time they all have been configured so that there can be something going on here, and if you want to move to the next stage, you can just move around the grounds and experience a lot at the same time.
That's probably one of my favorite parts about the festival is you can literally walk from one side of the grounds to the other, where you can go. I remember last year, you start out at the north end and you're watching Dustin Lynch at USL. Then you walk by the Generac stage and you're watching Violent Femmes play Blister in the Sun. Then you end up on the south end and you're watching Steve Miller Band play The Joker and Fly Like an Eagle. So it's like, you can't really experience it anywhere else. So the unique offering, that we offer to fans of all kind, plus, like you said, the grounds are just set up in such a great way that it really gives fans the opportunity to do everything and more than they want to experience.
The timing is definitely important. Figuring out your timing of, okay, the amphitheater show just got out. If we hurry, we can make it down to this stage. I think we could catch, the last few songs.
And that's the beauty of the Summerfest app, is you can create your own schedule where then you can see exactly what artists you want to see, when they're playing, what stage, and you can map out your own route each day.
It was a conspiracy against Jerrod this year. We decided to book his two favorite acts at the same time. Earth, Wind, and Fire at the BMO Pavilion at the same time that Odessa, this amazing electronic live artist or band, is playing. So he's going to have to decide.
It wasn't kind. We'll put it that way. I didn't make that request.
Not to mention you should be working too, right?
We're always working. We're always working. We check out music, but
of course. And there's always, everyone has a memory. One of my favorite memories from Summerfest actually happened very recently was when you guys had the Lonely Island here. I'm a huge fan of their comedy and their songs, and I think that was one of two, maybe three concerts total that they were doing. It wasn't like they were touring by any means, and it was so cool. And then T-Pain was playing as well, and so he came over to do the finale. It was just incredible and something that you could never see anywhere else. It was such an awesome moment. So definitely looking forward to more of those and to see what you guys have in store.
So with that, final question: who or what is the artist or musician or band or comedian perhaps that you are like, that's the one that we will forever keep fighting to bring because I want to see it personally? What's your personal get?
This is the White Whale?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I would ask you guys that question. I think that there are definitely some, there are some acts that are playing these huge stadiums that look occasionally to come and do some unique situations. So we're big enough that, we can write the check, but we're still, we're kind of interesting and intimate in a way that a lot of artists big artists who have played here, it's hard from this vantage point, but the way that the bowl is shaped with the amphitheater, the audience feels really close to the stage. So the one for me is Coldplay. I will, basically do anything to get them here. And if you're listening, hi guys.
Answer his email.
Yeah, exactly. I can only send you so many flowers, and but there's a lot of great artists that are still out there, and
certainly ones to bring back too, right?
Well, I mean, there's nothing better. I mean, there's a guy on our staff. His name is David Silba, and David started a thing that it has kind of continued on, even though we don't have the official name. It was called the Emerging Artist Series, and we've literally had Maren Morris play on a tiny stage. We still have the CD that she pressed in her office and sent to us. Bands like the Ex-Ambassadors it's crazy. A lot of bands start out first tour, and so there's nothing more exciting for us to book somebody early, watch them, like the year that Lizzo kind of exploded. We got her in January and February. By the time she played on our free stage, it was massive. So like being a part of that progression and being a part of that team that helps, the agents and the managers break acts is something that we're always excited about.
Yeah. I mean, to your point before, Zach Bryan, perfect example. Last year he was headlining the Miller stage. Now he's playing a sold-out amphitheater show. Noah Kahan is going to be someone that is going to fill the stage this year for sure, and it wouldn't be surprising if he was playing amphitheaters in the near future.
Yeah.
So
I would be remiss if I didn't ask for my wife, when is Beyonce coming?
I would love to have her here tomorrow. I don't know. I mean, I think that's a white whale conversation to say the least.
Hey, you got to have those.
Never give up on the dream, though.
Yeah.
It could happen.
Absolutely. It really could. So.
Yeah, that's amazing.
For sure.
So with that, we've talked about a lot of the new fun stuff to come, some of the great history that's gone on for the last 55 years, some secret ways that if they go to the website, they can find out how to get in for free or reduced prices, which is always great.
I also heard there's an app.
There is an app.
It is.
Okay.
Plan your schedule with the app. Anything we didn't touch on today, anything we missed, do you guys want to make sure we highlight for fans out there looking to come to Summerfest this year?
Is it an anniversary year?
Maybe
is it 55
little
years?
thing called
Are there
the
any
55th
promotions from 4 until I don't know where people can buy stuff for?
I feel like there is something.
Is there like, do we have beer here? I mean,
check out the Summerfest app. No, to Scott's point, we are having this little celebration called our 55th anniversary. So as part of that, on opening day, we're going to be giving away a 55th anniversary merch item. There's going to be a unique hat, courtesy of American Family Insurance. So
I love hats.
the first 10,000 people that come through our gates on opening day will receive one of those. And then this is probably going to be a fan favorite. Every day from 4 to 5 p.m. across the entire grounds, we're having Summerfest 55 Happy Hour, where you can get select Miller products for $5.50. So
fantastic.
Amazing.
Like I said, it's probably going to be a fan favorite. But yeah, we're going to be doing stuff. Again, we've had all these different promotions going on throughout. We've been out in the community, and I think in the end, we're just really excited to have our fans back here. Welcome new people, welcome fans who have come, every single year over the past 55 years. That's the beauty of it. So I think we're just ready to open the gates and get people in our doors again.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And so if you're going to get tickets for the main stage, where do people go?
You can go to summerfest.com. You can find all the ticket information there. You can get your single day tickets starting at $26. You can get 3-day and 9-day US Cellular Power Passes. Plus, like you said, you can find reserved tickets for the amphitheater as well.
Fantastic.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Appreciate it. We'll see you soon. Rocking out.
Absolutely.
It's been an amazing time learning about some of the new acts coming this year, some of the new features, some new food, the sight sounds, everything that goes into this main stage edition of Milwaukee. Josh, I can't be more excited. I'm literally jumping with joy.
You're not literally jumping, but you should be. It's going to be great. I'm super looking forward to it. I don't know why, but this year seems like it's going to be really special. The 55th anniversary of Summerfest. It's going to be awesome. We love talking to those guys, all the things they shared with us, all these things to look forward to. it's going to be an awesome summer and an even better Summerfest.
Yeah, people should not miss it any year, let alone this year.
There's a ton to do. Summerfest, though, is going to be top notch. It's going to be awesome. As they mentioned, you got to download the app. I already did, actually, and I'm going to start planning out my my trip. So anyway, yeah, I'll see you later.